Okay, hello and welcome to Fall Guys summary, let's say summary of my journey toward gaining achievement start of the show, or saying plainly, getting level 40. So let me show you the data, how it looks and what it takes to get there. Okay, here is the data with a lot of information that I gathered through all the races, episodes, and my entire journey toward getting that level 50. As you can see from this large amount of data, we can see that for myself it took me around 22 hours and 27 minutes to complete this task in the season 3. I played in that period 160 episodes. You can see in this column here, this is the time for each episode that is recorded, and somewhat approximately about 45 minutes, maybe even more, but around, let's say, 45 minutes to get this number of hours that it took me to get there. As for the rounds and standings, this is the key information there. So in this column you can see how much I finish all the races in round 1, round 2, 3, 4, 5, yes, even 5, and how much time I finished in the final. One disclaimer for the final, that doesn't mean that that information represents that I get all the time to the round 4, 5, or even 6, but that is the time that I played final. So regarding the math behind that, it's a bit hard to extract the information, but usually it's round 4 or 5 when you get to the finals. Depends on the games you play before that. On the right side, you can see the data in visual style. So you can see that in most cases, let's say my game would be somewhat around round 3 or probably even round 4. In that sense, I can consider myself as an average guy playing this game. So you can fairly easily compare your gameplay, depends whether you play it better or worse than me. You can actually try to figure out how much time you will need to get there. To break it down even more for the fame, in that time that I played in 160 episodes, let's say one episode for me lasted around 8 minutes and 42 seconds. So that means that, yeah, it's somewhat around round 4, which is usually enough to get either to round 4 or final, depends, as I said, on which did you play. If you break it down for these fame requirements per level, it means that you usually need around 280 fame per episode, which is quite high number, but also in season 3 we had, I think, 2 or 3 jumps for the next level, so I think the proper number would be somewhat around 170 or 80 maybe experience per episode. That is from a guy who usually qualifies but never wins the final episode. So in that sense, if you can have the better data than me, then yeah, definitely you can complete this game much faster than me. And if we break down to all the types of the tracks, which means it is either race, survival, team game, or finals, this is how my chart looks. So even by looking at it, except for the finals where I didn't win any of the game, which is quite interesting data for myself, let's say it like that. But in every other sense, my gameplay is rather average, so you can quite easily compare your gameplay toward mine. However, this data can show you for the regular season how that journey can look. So we had situation in season 2 on the last few days that we had XP boost. So in the overall sense, it means that if it will be also in the season 3, you can finish all this task and journey toward level 14 in maybe, I don't know, 11, 12 hours. If you're similar player level like me, if you're better, you can do it quite faster in one sitting in one day. So either way, if you want to achieve this achievement, my suggestion would be either for you to play just regularly, maybe 1 hour per day, and you'll get that achievement in, I don't know, 20 days, maybe even more. But if you don't want to play that much and still you want to get that achievement, either play it as much as possible or wait for that last few days to get that boost. Also, one of the key things that you need to look at it's the fact that, as already mentioned, on some point we had that jump that they introduced the reward system based on the crowns that you have. So one of those rewards were jump level. I think in my case, I think I jumped 2 or 3 levels. So that means that even if you are a better player than me, you can win the races. Probably you can get this achievement much quicker than me. So those are some data that you can see. Keep it into consideration. Compare to what you have, how you play, and you can easily have the exact numbers, how much time you need to play this game in order to get this achievement in one season. Probably each season we have some of its own differences, maybe reward system or something like that, but this is very exact data, and based on that you can calculate how much do you need to get there. Once again, thanks for watching. Enjoy your day and see you soon in some of the next episode of the Fall Guys. Bye bye.